Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of PES Podcast. My name is Victor Abeka, and today we are discussing whether Ghana should qualify for AFCON 2025 or not. And as we gear up for the crucial AFCON qualifying match against Angola this Friday, which is November 15th, it's no secret that Ghana has faced some tough performances throughout this campaign. And tonight we are going to dissect the team's current form, the strategic prospects, and what a qualification means for the future of the Ghanaian football. But before I introduce my guests, let me remind you that this show is proudly sponsored by Alma Consult, a PR and advertising agency. You can contact them on 055 222 3724. We are also sponsored by Stylist 360 Salon, which is located at Kwashiman near the Apostolic Church, that is Kwashiman Central Assembly, and they'll give you a nice haircut. We are also being sponsored by Posh Drinks. They serve you all kinds of local beverages, including Mash Kinky and the others. If you want Sobolo and all, you can just contact Posh Drinks. Even Burkina, they have it for you. And then the last one, we are being sponsored by Special Jerseys. They deal in sales and customization of team jersey, be it Real Madrid, be it Barcelona, be it Chelsea, be it Manchester United, be it Liverpool, any team that you support. Just contact Special Jerseys on 0547 468 034. I'm joined by an incredible panel of football analysts who are going to provide their expert insight and unique perspective. Miss Asantua, Fredney Mate, and Kwesi Frimpong, also known as the Special One. He is also a sports journalist from the Joy Sports. And be reminded that the show is interactive, so you can send your comments via WhatsApp number 020-1799-569. We'll also hear from you here on Space, where we'll allow listeners to also contribute or ask questions. And we'll be unpacking this topic from various angles. So make sure you stay tuned, share your thoughts in the chat, and engage with us throughout this discussion. And before we continue, I just want you to just share the link. Wherever you are, just try and share the link. Share the link. Just share the link to your friends on your status and everywhere you find yourself online. Without much ado, I would want to welcome our speakers, Neemati and then Ofe Frimpong. Guys, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Ofe, are you there? Ofe, if you could just unmute yourself and then speak. It is X-Space over here, and I think it's raining also here in Ghana, in Accra, if I should say, and some parts of Ghana in the eastern region. Our other guest, who is Asantwada, is supposed to join, is just sending messages that she's having challenges in joining, obviously because of the rain. Here in Accra, when it starts to rain, you start having technical issues. So she sends her apologies. I think she will surely join us in the course of the show. But I wish I could hear from Ofe. It's rather unfortunate I'm not hearing from him. Ofe, can you hear me? Ofe?
I think he's a listener, so he might have to request or send him the request to join the discussion.
I have done that, but unfortunately, I don't know. I'm still not hearing from him. I've invited him to speak. I don't know why he's unable to speak, but okay, Patience has just joined us. As if Ofe gets the time or Ofe, can you hear me? Listener Sarah, I think we are losing Ofe and would have to continue. Patience, you're welcome.
Thank you.
This rain is disturbing everybody over here. I hope the rain didn't beat you.
No, it didn't.
We didn't meet you like some uh, and Ghanaians are happy. Mate, what does this win mean to Ghanaians? The way Niger trash Sudan, what does it mean to Ghanaians?
Good evening to our cherished listeners, and it's quite a pity that we need to look at other people's results to justify our happiness or our inclusion in the upcoming African Cup of Nations to be hosted in Morocco. I mean, I don't see any joy in the win from Niger because you still have things to do. You still have to win your two outstanding matches and hope for a luck. That Sudan failed to win their last game. So I personally don't see any joy in it. But on the brighter side, I mean, football is full of upsets and anything goes. Just like a normal match is played within 90 minutes. We hope that this game ends in the final two games, looking very good for Ghana. But I'm not too optimistic of Ghana qualifying for the African Cup of Nations. Thank you. Hello, please, can you hear me?
Okay, I think I can hear you now. Initially, I couldn't. I was trying to ask Patience, if you are there, do you think this win would help Ghana a lot? Looking at the mathematicians around.
I'm not so much sure about it because their win or lose doesn't give us an automatic qualification. We have two outstanding matches to also win. And then our win, looking
Patience,
at
just hold on for me.
how
Patience, just hold on for me. Martin, were you trying to make a comment?
No, no, it was me, AJ. Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now. You can unmute yourself. The patience continues. I think initially we couldn't get to, so we're trying to proceed to wait for you to join. But if you've been able to join, I think that is good news. Listeners, we are happy to have Ofer from Joy Sports joining us in this program. I think he was initially having technical issues for obvious reasons. It's reading here in Accra, and when it starts reading, everybody begins to encounter issues. So, Ofer, before you join us, we're just asking that the win that what is it? Niger had over Sudan this evening. The 4-0 that they trashed Sudan. Is it going to have a positive impact in Ghana's qualification? And Marty says he doesn't believe so. And Patience also sides with Marty. And Marty, Patience is making her comment. So I think we could wait and listen to Patience comment, and then we'll invite you in. So Patience, just continue.
okay. So as I was saying, Niger's win doesn't give us an automatic qualification. And looking at how Ghanaians, like the players are playing, I highly doubt that the two outstanding matches that they are supposed to win for this particular Sudan lose to give us hope. I highly doubt they will win because it's been like this. It's the calculations have started. It is only Ghanaians that we need calculation to show some hope in us that our team will qualify. I mean, if anything will happen, it is football. Anything can happen, and then they can win. But if not luck, that will be on our side. I don't think proper playing will let this lose or win affect us positively. So that's what I think.
We can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. I was finding it difficult to talk to you guys. That's why.
No problem. No problem. I think we can just continue. Uh, w- since you just joined us, we were just, like I said initially, we're just having an overview of the defeat by Niger to Sudan, 4-0 thrashing. Black Stars themselves are playing. Offer, do you side with them?
Do I side with who the stars? Black
Black
Stars
Stars.
still have a slim. Well, actually, I think Black Stars still have a slim chance of qualifying because Sudan in their last game just need a point to qualify. And the big question is Ghana even going to score Angola in Luanda tomorrow? We've all seen the players who have withdrew from the squad. We all know the problems already the Black Stars are having. So I think Ghanaians, any Ghanaian who is happy about these results, they are trying to give themselves some hope that Ghana can qualify. But let us be honest to ourselves. Ghana will not qualify. That is something that is the truth. And then we need to, fix our team. We need now to build a team for the World Cup qualifiers and the next AFCON. So I think that the chances of re-qualifying is slim.
It seems all three panelists are just saying the same thing. And it brings me to this question. What have been the major factors contributing to Black Stars' poor performance? What at all is causing this? I don't know what Matter would want to start.
Okay. In terms of performance, we've gone deeper. I don't know whether just because we've got a habit of digging around the country every single time you see people digging. I don't know whether the exploitation of gold has gone into us. Today is MTN, tomorrow is Galamsey. We are just digging the ground. Um, if you roll back to for the past two AFCONs that have bypassed, we had a standard way back of probably qualifying for the African Cup of Nations with ease, and then finding ourselves as a minimum placement of quarterfinals. Over the years, we've dropped down from that to finally now we are at a point of
Matthew, it seems you're just losing you. You're just losing you. We wish if you can hear me.
tournament
If you
itself.
can
We
hear
are
me, could you
quite,
please?
we could see the exploits of the team coming up, and every time the Black Stars used to play, you were happy until it got to a and then you can dribble it down to the beautiful years of 2005 when the Black Stars never lost a single game prior to the qualifying of the World Cup. That brought about the love to most Ghanaians, and you could ask of what exhibited that and what brought about that, and he could tell you that we had a particular GFA in place led by Ben Kofi. I remember when Ben Kofi was going to stand for the GFA president, he was to compete with Abedi Pele. Abedi Pele said he's stepping down because Ben was a senior. He came picked up. We saw a crop of players groomed together, the like of Asia and Sule. Where we lost the final 3-0 to Saviolas Argentina, and it dribbled down. You could see the laugh coming up. You can talk about AFCON 2015 and all that, but in the nutshell, you could realize that I keep saying this on most media houses that our performance in the continental level when it comes to club football, once it starts deepening, over time it will affect the. And today, that is what we are seeing now. We have a poor administration in place. We don't have a structure for Ghana football in general. We also don't have a contingency plan. And then um, you can talk about infrastructure. You can talk about a whole lot. All these things come into play. And today, we are at a point whereby government has to step in and do its possible best for us to even have to play football in our own country. So the shame and the disgrace is so huge that sometimes when you go out to other tournaments or when you go out to media houses to host program, you even feel shy that you call yourself a sports loving journalist or a sports loving analyst and you want to talk about a beautiful game where there is no pride to it. So for me, um, I won't start by performance. I'll start from administrative. I'll start from infrastructure. There are various key stakeholders in this matter, and once each of them fail to do their duty, the ripple effect is the performance we see on the field of play.
Prempo, what is your take on it as well? What is contributing to Black Stars' poor performance?
What is contributing?
What is contributing to Black Stars' poor performance recently, if I should say?
Well, what is contributing to our poor performance is very simple. See, all the Black Stars teams that have succeeded from Ghana under 17, 2009 under 20 championship, all of these have been youth players, have been players who played in the grassroots. Now, anytime the Black Stars are doing a call up, we get new faces. Now, see, anytime a national team succeeds, the core of the team is the youth players. We used to have Asamoah, we used to have Sule Ali Muntari, we used to have Michael Essien, we used to have Derek Boateng. See, the under 17 team that went to 2001 in Argentina, 4 of those players in that team went all the way to the under 20 championship. 4. Derek Boateng was part, Sule Ali Muntari was part, John Pencil was part, Michael Essien was part of that squad. And 4 of these players were used to play for the World Cup. They played from the under 17. Now, Derek Boateng was one of those players that he had an astounding performance in 2001 championship in Argentina. So now, Derek Boateng and Sule Muntari was from Okes. He played in Interschools in Kumasi. That was when he was scouted there. He came to Accra. He played regional tournaments. He was the best player. You see, that is the progress. Now he came to the under 20. So he and Derek Boateng way back from ACHS. Now they know and they understand each other. And then they came to the Black Stars. They didn't come by merit. They came by their love and the way they play. They didn't come by coming to the Black Stars because their dad was rich. They came because they were quality players at those times. And they understood each other. So we saw players like Michael Essien, Sule Ali Muntari, Asamoah Gyan, John Pencil, Stephen Appiah. These players were dying on the pitch for the Black Stars. Now, along the line, now they've used the Black Stars. Our leaders have used the Black Stars for Matra Makwe and for their investment and for their business. Now, the GFA Ketokweku says that we don't have quality players here in Ghana. We don't have quality players in Ghana. Then how did Barcelona scout the likes of Abdulaziz Issa here? They are Black Stars players. They are here. They are playing the local league that we've all rejected now because there's no investment in it. It's terrible. When you are not going to get any appealing thing to watch the local league. So I understand. Those players, Barcelona, I tell me that Barcelona, a whole Barcelona academy, they can't scout players around the area, but they saw 2 players in Ghana to come and pick them. We don't even appreciate our own people. If Abdulaziz, Barcelona didn't come for these boys, we are not going to see them in under 20. We are not going to see them in even the Black Stars. We would never see them. So the poor performances of these Black Stars, we need to go way back to the grassroots football. That has been Black Star success. The under 20 World Cup in Egypt 2009. Look at these boys. Andrade Ayew, Rabiu, Jonathan Mensah. All these boys were playing the local league. They were not foreign players. How many of them did we see in the national team? We just saw a few of them, and then the rest we didn't see them again. Now, I want someone to mention to me, apart from Mohamed Kudus, who have played in under 17 Black Satellite, the national team now, just mention 2 players who have played for even under 17 and under 20. You won't find any apart from Kudus. So there is a player who is playing in Ayas. they see him, he's good, he should come and play Black Stars. Yeah, she share team, sir. We don't build a team like that. We don't build a team like that. So we are always going to suffer if we have leaders like Keto Kreku there. The man just cares about himself and his business and his club, Dreams FC. He doesn't care about the Black Stars. He doesn't even care about we, the Ghanaians. He disrespects the media. He disrespects the people who love the football. And it's very sad. And the results are showing. For the first time, Ghana will not qualify for the AFCON. For 20 years now, we will not even qualify. In the last AFCON, we were in a group against Mozambique, Egypt. We couldn't even win a single game. We couldn't even win. So, for me, they will not qualify. They can't qualify. Whether they use magicians to go and play, when they qualify, they are just going to disgrace themselves. You think Sudan is going to lose their last match? It's not going to happen. We are all here.
Interesting. Before I go to Asantua to also make a comment, I just want to ask, Frimpon, do you believe that the camp in the Black Stars right now is not friendly? There are assertions that the camp seems to be toxic, and that is causing these poor performances from the Black Stars. Do you also side into such argument? Hello, Frimpon, can you hear me?
Yeah. AJ, what do you say?
I was asking that there seems to be an assertion that there is toxic relations at the Black Stars camp, and this is causing the Black Stars a lot. The warm and the friendly atmosphere that used to be in the Black Stars camp is no more being experienced, and as such, it is contributing to this poor and abysmal performances from the Black Stars camp. Do you also agree?
AJ, I do agree very much. And then this is because now 8 players have withdrawn. The excuse they gave was because of injuries. Do you really think these players were injured? Let us be honest to ourselves. They just don't want to play. The passion is no more there to play. Now, these players that they were not even called, now that they've called them because some of the players were injured. So if I was even called, I was just called because Thomas Partey or Inaki Williams was injured. So after this game, they are not going to call me again. When I come to camp, I'm not happy. Do you think I'll be happy? No. We've had so many situations that the players, they talk to some of our top journalists, but there are some things that the journalists can't come out to say it because of, how the people will react to it. But there are issues in the Black Stars. You give the captaincy to Kudus Mohammed. Now you change it, you give it to Jordan Ahiu. What was the reason? Because Kudus is not ready. So he's not ready and you gave it to him. This all causes so many chaos in the Black Stars. And there are so many things going on. There are so many things going on in the Black Stars camp. For my information, there are so many things going on. AJ, please, can you move the question just to someone? I just need to answer a call from my boss. Just 2 minutes. I'll be back. Okay.
No problem. Matt even wants to speak. Right. Mother, I was asking. I think you were away for a while because of the network issues. But I was asking that the poor performance from the Black Stars, others are also attributing it to toxic relations at the camp of the Black Stars. What is your take on that? Hello, Marty. Hello, Marty. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I think I can hear you now.
Okay, can you repeat your question? It seems your line was breaking. I think this evening I'm also really struggling with my network over here.
I can hear you now. Hello, Matt. I think your line seemed to be off. Well, if you just join us, this is PES Podcast with me, Joshua Abekan, and tonight we are discussing whether Ghana should qualify for the AFCON 2025 in Morocco or not. And joining me in doing this discussion is Fred Neymate, he's a sports analyst, as well as of Frimpong, also a sports analyst from the Joy Sports, and Patience Asantua, also a sports analyst. And we are discussing whether Ghana should qualify for AFCON 2025. And let me also remind you that this show is being sponsored by Armor Consult, by Stylist 360, and also by Posh Foods, and lastly by Special Jerseys. If you want a special jersey, you can just order from Special Jerseys. They will customize your jersey for you. Patience, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Patience,
please, I'm here.
what is your take
Yeah, I'm
on that?
here.
What is your take on that session that the Blasters have toxic relations and that is attributing to their poor performances of late?
There's no lie to me in this. It is very true. And it comes way beyond the camp. It even gets to the park. There's no, when the Black Stars are playing, there's no cohesion among players. It's like they all want to score. I wouldn't even pass it to somebody to score. I wouldn't do this, all because of what is happening there. Though we know we are not there with them to know what is really happening. But then from outside, from what we are seeing, we can clearly state without any without any doubt that there is no good relationship there, because it starts from there and then it comes here. They start from the camp, it gets to the park, and then it reflects in their performance, which is very bad. You know, when teams, when there's cohesion, when there's love among players, it is clearly seen. It is clearly seen. It impacts in their performances and all that. But with Blasters, even body language on the park is poor. I mean, as if they are fighting, as if they are not talking to each other. I mean, which team does that? So this statement that you are saying, there's no lie about it. It is very true. Though we can't say with fact because we don't live there with them, we can also clearly state that without a doubt it is true. There's no good relationship there.
Martha, would you want to continue with where you left off?
Yes, if I can just, can you re-echo your question again, then I pick it up from there, if you can hear me.
There's an assertion that the poor performances by the Black Stars of late is due to toxic relations or toxic atmosphere that is being experienced at their camp. So anytime they meet, that warm atmosphere, that friendly and cordial atmosphere is no more there. And we want to find out whether you also believe in that assertion.
Okay, thank you. I get you now. I mean, the toxic environment is loud and clear. Some of us saw this in the last two AFCON. If I'm to take you back, we know that there's division in camp from the time. I don't want to dive into the captaincy issue, but there is a huge problem with the captaincy issue. The last game we played, the call up was one from Partey, and he claims to be injured. That is what the FA make us to understand. And then most of us question his commitment to the national cause. I don't want to go deeper into it. But again, Juku says that he had a game on Saturday which was false. The coach felt betrayed and decided to move the captaincy. So in order of line, there was Partey, there was Juku, and there should be Jordan. And then currently, we don't get a role whether the captaincy is based on experience or the level of times you've been in the Black Stars, or is based by the coach's choice. So if it on that line, Dede was the captain. So if Dede is no more, it goes to Partey. From Partey, it goes to understand it should be go to Joku before it goes to Jordan. So when Partey was absent, it didn't go to Jeku. Jeku gave it moved on to Kudus, and whether Kudus was ready for it or not, he captained the team on that day, created a lot of chance the second week. And now the coaches see that they said it a thousand one time. I hate to hear Ghanaian coaches of the Black Stars giving reasons for their call up. I just don't want to hear that reason. I could send you back to Kojo Asamoah's era where he says he needed to focus on his career against Juventus. So he made his comment of not ready for the Black Stars. You can talk about Fasao Aku's Leicester City issue or Sporting issue where he needed to have a certain number of games to get his spot. He got injured. Look, we could talk about all this over and over again, and you can ask yourself, who is leading this team? Who is at the helm of affairs? Right? And then the coach comes to, or the technical team comes with an argument that bring Partey in, let us assess Partey. So today, if a crop of players are telling that they are not available for the national team, are you going to tell them that the players should come in for you to assess them again? There's some level of mistrust going on in the camp of the Black Stars. And look, no matter what the FA does, their handwriting is clearly on the wall for everybody to see that they have failed the nation. So once you fail the nation, prior to the last game that we played, the last two games, we had most of us have seen the tape from the FA president talking to the boys about it, whether it was a right call or not, and whether the video should be made available in public or not. These have it boiled to the FA running down through the play. These are just after they went back to their camp, somebody like Inaki Williams, anytime he comes play for the Black Stars, Rebecca said he doesn't see it up. But the moment he gets to Atletico Bilbao, he's either on the score sheet or he's given an assist. And his team failed. I've never seen his team fail to secure a point or the 3 points just after returning from the camps of the Black Stars. They are either winning, the worst scenario is a draw. You go back to Semenyo scored, Jordan scored, a whole lot of players were playing active football. They were giving good marks despite his red card. So something is really missing. There is no gel, there's no continuity, there's no tactics, there's no formation. Look, it's like we just gather the players, let's get 11 players on the field, let the referee blast his whistle, let's get the game going. So something really is not right. I don't feel the technical team we have there are matured enough to handle the Black Stars. Look, this is the highest point of Ghana football. It is your national team. And if you can't trust your national team into the hands of a proper technical team, their call up, their tactics, their skills, everything comes into question. And today, this is the results we are seeing. So if you ask me, I blame the FA, I blame the technical team, and even the players themselves. Because once every stakeholder is wrong, it's rippled down to how they play, and then the results is what we, the fans, get to talk about. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Frimpong, are you there? Frimpong, can you hear me? I think that we're still losing Frimpong.
Yes, AJ, can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, I'm here. All right.
The captaincy, what is your take on it?
The captaincy issue. Well, for the captaincy issue, Coach Otoado said that the reason why he stripped the captain of Kudus clearly was just because he's not matured yet to be the captain of the team, and then gave it to Jordan. Now it raised so many questions, and people are asking that, well, before giving the captaincy to Kudus, Jordan was in the team. So if you knew he was young, he was not matured enough to be the captain of the team, then why did you give the captaincy to him? Then later, you come and tell us that he is not matured enough to be the captain, so you're going to give it to Kudus. Jordan. You see, so it doesn't make sense. And also, it also tells that there are issues in there. Now we all know the captain is Thomas Partey. Okay, and now Thomas Partey also had issues with Coach Otoado. Clearly, when Coach Otoado called Thomas Partey, he was not injured because he wanted to stay in Arsenal and then not come here and get injured. Now, many Ghanaians were furious about Thomas Partey, saying that he was injured because in the next game after the international break, he played for Arsenal. So clearly, he was not injured. Now, Otoado knew that, and that is why in the next call up, he refused to call him, though Thomas Partey was ready. So there are a whole lot of issues going on in the Black Stars camp. For me, Otoado, after the Angola match, honorably, he should have resigned. Why? In the first place, he was not even the right man to even coach Black Stars. Why am I saying that? The GFA brought a criteria to select a coach. Now, the Save Ghana Football demonstration, led by Sadiq Adams Obama, told the GFA president that he should hold on with the appointment of a coach. And now, let's try to fix the team before you appoint a coach. Now, you bring up a criteria. Otoado doesn't even fit even for one of the criteria. He doesn't even qualify for one of the criteria. He doesn't. You give a job to somebody who has never coached any team before. All due respect to Coach Otoado, he's a trainer and scout at Dortmund. To be given that position, you have to be one of the best coaches in Europe, because to be a trainer and scout at Dortmund, that is one of the most fundamental or the most important jobs in Dortmund, because Dortmund are used to the youth football. They mostly don't sign players, but they mostly allow the youth players a chance. So, in the first place, he was not even supposed to be there. Now he's there, and look at the mess he's making. Honorably, for me, I think against the match against Angola, after that match, I thought Otoado should have resigned. He should have, honorably, because for me, I said the job is bigger than him. Someone would be like, why am I saying that? The man has never coached any team at that level before. He has never. He does. Even let's look at his coaching staff. Look at John Pencil. Tell me what team has John Pencil coached for him to be the assistant coach of the Black Stars? They are using the Black Stars as Matra Makwe. Just some. You see, it's sad. What experience does John Pencil have? He said it on live television that he's not even experienced. The Black Star job is bigger than him. Just because he said that now he supported the GFA, and in 2 weeks' time he was appointed to be the assistant. So when you are doing something bad, then you are saying it, you become a bad person, you become an enemy. But when you are supporting the wrong things that they are doing, you're a good person, you're an angel. It's stupidness, to be honest. That is what is going on in our football. And they will be disgraced tomorrow. I'm telling you, I don't see Ghana going to win at Angola. I don't see it. I don't see it. And this is for how many years now? 20 years now. When was even the last time that we even saw Ghana winning AFCON? I've never seen Ghana win AFCON, but I've watched 2 finals, and I would love to see Ghana winning AFCON. But with these leaders, it is going to be very, very, very difficult. It is going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. They need to, as soon as possible, go to Otoado and then get to play. They have to do it. Now, further, he wants a third term. A third term.
Let's hold on to that. Mark, do you agree that Otoado is not performing, or he's not the right person for the job?
Yes, I do agree. He's not the right person for the job. For me, I just tell people, like, if you want a typical example of what we mean by coaching, and we look about consistency or a substantive plan, just look at the coach of the Spanish national team. How he started. He's coached the under 17. He's got the 20, the 23. Now he's got the national team. That's a coach. That's a nation with a plan of how they want to run their football. I don't see any experience in the bench. It was just by grace or by luck that he qualified us to the World Cup, and even that we never won the game. It was just a point of a draw, and then just because of that way goal rule, we find ourselves playing at the World Cup. So, like, I agree with Ofer. He's not a coach to me. I don't see him as a coach. And you know where I felt we shot ourselves in the foot was having to get Chris Hilton, Otuado, uh, Boateng, and Didi Dramani, all these four in one soup. Remind you, these four individuals want to coach the national team on their own, and then you assemble them, all of them together, and you call them what, a caucus, or these three are the coaches. Chris Hilton is what, a technical advisor or a consultant or whatever name you want to give to him. And today we are struggling around these same people. What we have done is that we've limited someone like George Boateng from coming back. We've limited the chance of giving Didi Dramani the chance to coach. If we want to build our football, let's go back, restructure the football again, get somebody to coach the under 17. Let us see his writing on the wall before we promote him to under 20. Then it migrates further. We don't just go and pick anybody on the street and say that, look, this is the national team, come and coach. It's a disgrace on us. It's totally a disgrace on us that we are struggling to get a coach, struggling to get a stadium to play in, struggling to get players, struggling to get everything right. So I agree with what the first said. He's nowhere near the coaching job. He's not coached a team before, not even a women's football of under 15 or under 17, not even the men's football of under 15 or under 17, and we offer him the greatest treasure of the national team. So let's cry over what our leaders have appointed, and let's blame ourselves. Let's try to tickle ourselves and pray that luck finds us, then we can get ourselves into AFCON. But it's a shame. Writing is on the wall that, look, you are missing out on World Cup in U, Canada, Mexico. It could be for us.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Now we have the bigger one ahead, Angola on Friday. If you were Otuado, what would you do?
Bro, the man, he not get formation. He not get tactics. You see, I ask myself
Very true.
that
That's very
if
true.
you
I
are given
support
a
that.
tax, if you have given a tax and you yourself is not experienced enough, no matter how best the raw materials are to you, you definitely don't know how to bake the cake or to bake the bread. You don't know whether the yeast goes in first or the flour goes in first. I don't know. I've watched his games and I don't see the between the players. I don't see the understanding. I even see his formation. Last game I watched Sports State and 4-2 formations in attack and the attack formations in defense. None of this is telling. He tried diamond system in the last two games. I think not this one, the past two, the last, let me go back to the last four games. It didn't work. We don't see cohesion. And for me, our strongest weapon in this crop of players, how many wingers do we have, or how many players do we have that can play on the flanks? We have more than six, more than eight.
I think we keep losing Matthew over there. Matthew, we lost you in the
Can
last
you
few
hear
seconds.
me?
We wish you could reiterate what you said.
Okay, can you hear me? I'm saying that our greatest strength is on the flanks, where we have so many wingers or players who could play on the flanks. You can come from Pentel to Semenyo to Suleiman to Jordan to Inaki. Look, you've got all these players on that line. And yet still we are not able to utilize the flanks fully to our effective advantage. And that tells us that this has got down to do with coaching. if the players are that averagely good, I don't see any outstanding players now. But we could tell ourselves that there was a criteria for which we are calling up the players. We're calling up players who have played active football, week in, week out. You can get this from this group of players. Some of them are playing quite active football, but they are not superstars yet. We are not getting the coach to bring out the best in him. So look, if I were to be Otuado, I would resign. That's what Ofer said, and I agree 100%. I would resign. But for the shame that is on board, and that for the fact that we have to represent the last two games, I'll try to
Okay.
assemble the team in play. Hello.
Mata, I didn't hear you. Could you please come again?
I'm saying that honestly, if I were to be Otuado, I would just resign and then continue my scouting and agency football. I think that would be best for me. But just because we have to fill the squad on the pitch, it determines on what the tactics he wants to play and then how the players responded to training. Then that is where he can pick up starting 11 and formation to execute. But at the end of the day, look, let's do it. Let's go and honor the game professionally. Let's go and honor the game. Participate in the last two games, but I don't see us competing for it. So I'm sorry. This is one of the difficult questions to answer. Yeah, park no so akoye de. Meanwhile, try park no. I mean, it's so sad.
Frimpong, what do you think Coach Ado should do on Friday, in your opinion?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AJ. AJ.
I'm asking what did the coach do on Friday in order to secure probably
Come
a
again.
draw would not favor
AJ, can you hear me? Hello.
Frimpong, I'm asking that what did Coach Ado do on Friday to secure a win for Ghana?
What must he do on Friday to secure a win for Ghana? Is that a question?
So that's the question. You can go ahead.
It is. Yeah, that's fine. It is very, very difficult.
The Lavas people, okay. Okay, just come again. I think I have lost of it. Patience, if you can hear me, in your opinion, what should Coach Otuado do on Friday?
Hello, AJ, can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. Yeah, we lost you.
You can hear me now.
Can hear you now.
All right. Yeah. What I'm saying that it is very difficult for me to answer this question. Take care. Because when you have a team that we see this Inaki Williams, your quality, top players, they even come, we don't see anything, any contribution from them. And then now they withdraw. We go to call another set of players. Otto Addo doesn't have a first 11. One. Otto Addo doesn't have a team. Two. So if I tell you that he's going to do this and this and this and this to win, I'll be lying to myself, or I'll be lying to you. He doesn't have a team. Fair enough, someone will say that he hasn't gotten that time yet. That is fair. That is a fair point. He just got a job, so that is a fair point. The job is bigger than the man. That is the thing. It is bigger than, so the chances of him succeeding, for me, let's be honest to ourselves, it's low. Tomorrow, if Ghana gets a draw against Angola, I won't be surprised that much, because automatically Angola has qualified. They have 12 points. They have qualified. So the intensity of the game from the Angolan is going to be not that strong, because they've already qualified. But Ghana needs the win badly. Now, into the game, I don't know who's going to start from attack. Yeah, I'm saying that probably it's going to be Jordan, or maybe he's going to play him on the left wing. Now, Otto Addo fixing players in their position is even difficult for him. Now, someone will say that, see, go around, look at Cameroon, look at Senegal, look at Nigeria, look at Egypt, look at the level of coaches there and compare it to Ghana. Now, even if Otto Addo is not even that strong. At least maybe his assistant must be somebody who knows the job. John Benson has not coached anywhere before. So what can he tell Otto Addo when things are wrong? What can he tell him? Lawman. Well, the lawman guy, he's from he coached Belgium Standard Liège 2 in Belgium Division 2 league. We've not seen anything from him. Anything. So for me, when you watch the Black Stars playing, you don't see any tactical discipline from them. The defense is even worse. Jiku and Salisu had a poor game in Libya against Sudan. They were totally exposed. There is no discipline at the back line. You can't blame them. See, we don't build a team like that. Like going to call players from somewhere. We just hear that, oh, there's a player in Netherlands who is playing so well. He's a Ghanaian, let's go and call for him. When the player was here, under 20, nobody will give him the chance. Sometimes some of these players have to pay money for them to be fixed, even in the under 20 and under 17. So they will go there. Now when they go there, you are going to call them. They will not come. They will not come and play for you. Inaki Williams said it before the World Cup, 2022 Qatar World Cup. He said that he's a Spanish. He's not Ghanaian. Our JV has to go and beg him. I'm trying to tell me that we don't have players here in Ghana who are better players than Inaki Williams. Well, I can't compare Ghana League to the Spanish League with all due respect. But for me, the impact Felix Afena-Jan, if you remember the Roma boy, the impact he had in Ghana's 2 World Cup qualification against Nigeria, those crucial 2-game matches, the guy killed himself for Ghana. He was running up and down. He helped Otto Addo to qualify in that even final match. When we were going to the 2022 World Cup, they didn't call him. They went to call Inaki. They went to beg Inaki Williams to come and play for Ghana. You want the team to prosper. What about the boy who put all his hard work to get there? It won't. Because the desire that Felix Afena-Jan have to play for the Black Stars, Inaki Williams don't have that desire. He has played Athletic Bilbao for more than 12, 13 years. He has lived his life in Spain. He doesn't even understand that Ghana needs an AFCON desperately. So if he comes and we are playing and we are knocked out, he finds it okay. He's okay with it. What about Afena-Jan? Afena-Jan, we saw him when he was playing coast football here, the inter schools, and then he was shipped out to Roma by Ata Legacy. But the boy played here, so he understands the desire that Ghana needs to qualify for World Cup or Ghana needs to win an African Cup match. He understands the desire. He knows the people want it, so he is going to fight for us. But Inaki Williams doesn't know that. But when Semenya doesn't know that. I don't blame those foreign players. I don't blame them. They don't know that they don't have that passion. You get it? So if you tell me that what must he do to win the game against, I don't know. That is the I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know. I don't even know who is going to start. Nimate was saying that Ghana's players we play very good at the wings. Yes. If you look at Osman Bukari and Fatau Isaac, I think that will be our biggest strength in the game against tomorrow. But let's see. I've told you, if Ghana plays a draw, I won't be surprised because Angola, they've already qualified. They have to avoid. They don't have to kill themselves in this game, to show Ghanaians that they are better than Ghana. No, they've already qualified. But as Pendo Gokal says, they are not going to make it easy for Ghana. They will not, because they will be playing at home. So if you ask me, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. If someone can tell me the full 11 that will be, nobody can even mention it. No one.
Oh, well, if you just join us, you're listening to Pet Podcast with me, Joshua Abekan. And tonight I'm doing this with three great people, and they are all sports pundits. Kwesi Frimpong, Mr. Santua, and Fredney Mate. We are discussing whether Ghana should qualify for AFCON 2025 as they play the match against Angola on Friday. Uh, Mate, I just want to ask you a quick one, just a very quick one. How should the GFA manage communication in these critical times, especially with the fans? How should the GFA, the football governing body, manage communication with fans at these crucial times? Hello, Marta, can you hear me? Hello? I think I lost Marty. Patience, if you can hear me, can you answer that one for me? Hello, Patience. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I was asking that
Yay.
if you are the GFA, how are you going to handle communication in these times?
All right. Thank you for this opportunity. I think the GFA doesn't have any proper communication body to communicate whatever is going on. They come outside to tell us a whole lot of rubbish, excuse my language. You know that you are at a point in your life or in your career that you are sinking the Ghana football. I never knew Kate could do this. Like, I never knew something like this could happen under Kate. It is serious. I remember when we recently lost, and then the media took it upon themselves to blast them, including when we're not having any park to play on. And then they just came out to come and I forgotten what the person said. Something that is not supposed to be said. Like, I see you say, oh God. Right now, all that they are supposed to do is to just apologize. If they won't resign, they should just
I understand your
apologize.
frustration. I understand your frustration. I don't want to intervene, but I understand your frustration. AJ, you see how Asantwa said, oh God. The lady is feeling the pain. She's feeling it. Yeah. You see, Asantwa, you continue. Because when I talk, I won't stop talking.
You see, at this point, they just have to apologize. And then they are so proud. I don't know whether they are proud of what they are doing. I know they are proud of the state that they've put the Ghana football into. They are proud. They talk as if, excuse me, they don't have sense. Because I mean, how could you manage a whole Ghana football? How can you manage it like that and speak as if the world is yours? It doesn't work like that. I don't know whether they have trained communication members, because you mess up and instead of you to come and give us a sensible reason, or if not even giving us a reason, because they don't have any reason to give us for doing that, they just have to come and tell us something that will sweet us keke. They can't do it. And then you think they will have something to come in. Right now, they have to just resign or apologize. But they won't do it. They won't do any of them. Resignation, never, because they know what they get. It is business, and they've gotten into it, so they will do anything to stay in it. And then they won't come and mellow and come and apologize because they are on top.
Ofe, would you want to add something?
AJ, Asantwa has said it all, and the GFA totally don't respect Ghanaians. They showed it so many times, and what hurts me is that the people who voted him in still support him. That is the club's football here in Ghana. He supports Ketokweku, and Ketokweku is even at the moment he wants to stand for a third term. He wants to stand for a third term, and he will go on a post You see, African leaders, I don't know what is wrong with Africans, but it looks like whenever someone gets a high position in a job, he becomes like a king. He becomes like no one can control him or something. For the first time in 20 years, the Black Stars will not qualify for an AFCON. Do you see that as an achievement? We ask you, you say that because we don't have, if we have quality players, we should mention them. So we don't have quality players, you want to become the GFA president. You see, some of these things, you see, some of these things, I just don't know. When they get the position, now do you know what they do? He runs Dreams FC. We all know that, of course. Now, because it will be so suspicious that Dreams FC players are playing under 20 or are playing for Black Stars, we're going to talk about it. This is what they do. So, AJ, if you have a club in Ghana here, and because I'm the GFA president, I'm going to loan my player to you. Then you loan it to Mate. Then when you loan it to Mate, then the guy gets an opportunity outside somewhere. But the player, his real club is Dreams FC. So I will get most of the percentage of the money. But if the player is going straight from my club to another club, because I'm the owner of it, people will bash me. So now they use their friends and then they pass it to Randiabe and then they pass it to the others. That is what they do now. They fix their players in the under 20s and the under 17s. Whilst the better players are not getting the opportunity to play in Ghana here. That is why we can't even qualify for the under 20 championship. We can't. The under 17s can't qualify. Under 20 World Cup, we can't qualify. Now, Black Stars, African Cup of Nations, we can't qualify. The sad thing is that he wants to run for a third term. He has gone to see Gianni Infantino about it. He wants to. And he will do it because these these managers of these league teams, they support him. He becomes the GFA president. He gives them football. He gives them boots for their clubs. He has bought them. They can't talk. Let's go, man. Nobody can talk. He talks anyhow to people. And this is very, very, very sad in our country. Our football is not going anywhere. It won't. If this guy, with all due respect, if this man is in this office, if he is still the GFA president, Ghana won't go anywhere. We won't.
Thank you. Just some updates. Just some updates. In the UEFA Nations League, England has pushed 3 past Greece. The match has ended, and Brazil is still playing. Venezuela is still first half, 0-0 over there, and France is also being held to a goalless draw by Israel. This is surprising. Italy won against Belgium 1-0. And I said earlier, France and Israel are still playing. It's 0-0. Ireland and Finland, full time is 1-0 in favor of Ireland. A whole lot of matches are ongoing. But let me take you back to Africa. And in the African nations and qualification, AFCON qualification, Lesotho put 1 past Central African Republic. Rwanda lost to Libya at home. Benin and Nigeria shared the scores 1-1. Equatorial Guinea and Algeria ended in 0-0, and I heard Equatorial Guinea has already qualified before playing this match. And Niger, who are in our group, Niger put 4 past Sudan. Sudan that also hammered Ghana 2-0. Niger put 4 past them, and South Sudan and Congo ended 3-2 in favor of South Sudan. Burundi and Malawi ended 0-0. Burkina Faso lost to Senegal by 1-0. Guys, before we wrap up, I think there are others joining us, and it is expedient that we give them the opportunity to also speak. Jan and Emmanuel Owusu, you're welcome. And if you have comment, I think you can bring your comment. You are not speaker, so you could just accept and then your view. Imelowusu and Dan. Do you have anything to say? Any contributions?
Well, I want to say something. Welcome, Jan. Jan is my brother, and then he has been disturbing me that what time are we going to start this AJ? So I think he's going to be our number one fan and our number one listener. God bless you for joining, bro. You want to say something?
Maybe they are shy of speaker or of microphone. If I should.
No. I think maybe he's sending you the request. He's sending the request to speak. I guess he's sending the yes. I think he's sending the request to speak.
Oh, I've even sent them invites to speak. I've already sent them invite to speak. Maybe they could just check their settings or notification bar and then just accept to speak.
Oh, okay.
Brazil has scored Venezuela 1-0 right now. And France and Venezuela 0-0.
Okay. So
who scored Brazil?
I was really surprised. Niger trashing Sudan, but when you watch the match, now we shouldn't be underrating these teams again. Niger played a really good game. I was watching when I was awake. I was office with one of my guy, Eben. Eben didn't join. Surprisingly, I'm surprised. Maybe he's busy. But Niger were playing very good. I was surprised the way they play, the way they attack, the way they defend. So I was like, wow, Niger won the Asian Bobo. So you can't underrate these things. So if even Niger are even building their national team, how much more Ghana? It's sad. Even if Niger are even building their team, how much more we struggle to score, we struggle to defend. We are always conceding a goal. We always.
Especially when I think it's imposed. I believe I can't go to put the time I think it's imposed. Ghana is already 1-0 down.
I don't want to blame the goalkeeper that much, but you know,
I've
noticed it. Yeah, we concede. Yeah. We concede because the goalkeeping training department, that one cannot even to go there. So he will concede, of course, he will. The management of the Blasters, poor, terrible. The last time I watched an interview with PCR with Suli Ali Muntari. Muntari was talking about.
Good evening, Joe.
Hello, hey. Okay, if you just join us, this is PES Podcast with me, Joshua Abekan. Today we are discussing whether Ghana should qualify for AFCON 2025 or not. And with me is Mr. Santua, Ofe Frimpon, and the man himself, the big man, Fredney Marty. And be reminded that the show is interactive, so you can send a comment to our WhatsApp number 0201799569. And we'll read your comments for you. And I also want to remind you that, or inform you that this show, though it's being aired on X, formerly Twitter Space, it will also be shared on our Spotify podcast account, and it will also be on our YouTube channel or YouTube account at PES News. So you can just search for PES News on Spotify, and can also search for PES News on YouTube, and we'll share the discussion all over there. I also want to inform you that the show was partly sponsored by Arma Consult. Arma Consult is a PR and advertising agency, and you can contact them on 055-222-3724. And also it was sponsored by Stylish 360 Salon, located at Kwashima, near the Kwashima Central Assembly Apostolic Church, and they'll give you a nice haircut. We're also sponsored by Posh Drink, where they serve you all kinds of local beverages, including mashed pancake. When was the last time you took mashed pancake beetroot? They have mashed pancake with vanilla. Wow. I think you just have to get in touch with them. And also special jerseys. They provide you with customized team jerseys. Every customized team jersey that you need. Be it Real Madrid, be it Barcelona, be it Liverpool, be it any team of players. I don't know the team that you are supporting. Just get in touch with special jersey, and then they'll do your jersey for you. Only the players that you really want. I am a Real Madrid fan, so I already have my jersey already. They've done mine beautifully for me, and I'm grateful to them. And Porsche Drink said that you should contact them on 055-131-4552. Porsche Drink, they're going to give you all the beverages you want. 055-131-4552. And also the jersey number, that special jerseys, their telephone number is 0547-468-034. And they phone that they show. Gentlemen, before you go, what are your predictions for Friday's match?
Oh, Bema, a lead us not into temptation. Bema, honorable is with them in pouch. Why? Mr. Onyakubodi.
But you definitely have to say something. Okay, would you want to say something? Would you want to say something?
Yes. I was saying something then. I was saying something. Someone came in. I think the person should just introduce himself. That would be nice to us, because it's also a good place for socialization.
Oh, I don't know who came in. Well, I know we have Emmanuel Owusu also joining us, and your friend Jan also joining us. The other two people. As well as we have our guest Nima, yourself, and Patience Asantua joining us. That is what we have. Ima, if you want to share your prediction, would you want to share your prediction, Ima? You can just
hello, good
unmute your
evening,
program.
AJ. Good evening, AJ, and the panelists. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate. Please, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Great. Well, I believe Ghana is going to win against Angola tomorrow. Ghana is going to win by 2-0. I personally believe in the new call-up, because I believe the guys are going to show up. They're going to prove a point. They're going to prove their career, to prove to the senior players that they have a backup. And I believe they want to put up a good behavior to brighten up their CV. So I believe they're going to do their best, and that's going to give us a win tomorrow. Yeah, I strongly believe.
Which players do you think would score the goal for Ghana? The 2-0 you're predicting, who do you believe would score those goals?
Any player could score. I don't have any active player in mind that I think is going to score, but I believe any player could score. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ima. We are most grateful. Ofe and Patience, what do you want to also give a prediction?
With all to be honest, I love the Black Stars. I would want to see the Black Stars win, but I would want them to see them win tomorrow to boost the confidence of these guys, especially the Nations FC guy, the local league players. I would love to see them play. I would want Utado to give these guys chance to prove to them that, okay, we also have these local league guys who can really play. Even if these foreign guys are not around, these guys can show the passion. They can show that they can play for the Black Stars. And I would want to see an improvement, some kind of zeal from these guys. The attitude must be right. They need to go in to fight. They don't need to go in that, okay, because we've lost, there is a slim chance of requalifying, so let's just relax. And you need to prove a point.
Thank you. Thank you for patience. What do you want to give your prediction? Well, on Friday. Wait for patience. Tomorrow we have Gambia versus Comoros. Tomorrow Friday, Gambia versus Comoros. We have Gabon versus Morocco, Botswana versus Mauritania, Cape Verde versus, and then Ghana versus Angola in Group F, then Zambia, Ivory Coast, Eswatini, Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Mali, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Uganda. We have for tomorrow, which is Friday, the 15th of November 2024. Oh, interesting. I think Ghana's match has been played at November 11 Stadium. And we're also in November. I don't know whether that'll be simultaneous interpretations that is going to favor the Angolans themselves. But guys, I'm so much grateful. I'm so much grateful to you all, to Asantua Patience, to Osei Frimpong, to Ofe Frimpong, sorry, and also to Fred Nimate for joining us. That wraps up our discussion for tonight. This news, X Space. And I want to thank our esteemed guests, all of you, for showing up, and also to our cherished listeners or viewers, if you're watching on YouTube or any other channel that you're watching us from. And of course, a big thank you to all of you, everyone engaging with us on the platform. We are so much grateful. And as the Black Stars prepare for the match against Angola on Friday, let's continue supporting them no matter our views about them and keeping the dialogue going on. Stay connected. Best news for more coverage and updates on Ghana sports and beyond. This has been your host Joshua Abikan, and I would love to hear or see you again the next time that this program is being aired. Till then, it's bye bye for now.